Hi guys, it's attorney Terri S. Herron, your divorce and family law attorney here in the state of Georgia. And today I want to talk to you about an issue that I'm seeing over and over and over again. And I've been asked this question over and over and over again. How can I get supervised visitation for the father? Listen. That is not the goal. The goal is not to get supervised visitation for the father. If there needs to be supervised visitation, then there needs to be supervised visitation. But what we're confusing is really when we really need supervised visitation, when we don't need supervised visitation. Listen, in all of my years of doing family law, I would say probably 3% of the cases that I've had have actually required supervised visitation. So when it comes to supervised visitation for the father, normally supervised visitation would be for someone who has an alcohol problem and they still have an alcohol problem. Or maybe there's a drug problem and there's still a drug problem. Maybe there's been some abuse of the children by this person in the past, and supervised visitation would be for things like that, okay? Those are not the only reasons, but those are some of the reasons. Those are the main reasons you would ask for supervised visitation, okay? Supervised visitation is not for, hey, we don't get along anymore. Who cares if the two of you guys get along? You have to be a mother, he has to be a father. You guys have to co-parent. But even if you guys are not great at co-parenting, it doesn't mean that this guy needs to have supervised visitation, okay? So what probably needs to happen a lot of times is what I see is maybe the father has really not been there in the past. And the thing about it is, women, I get what you're going through when you have a father that hasn't been there, okay? But when that father decides to step up, then let him step up. Let your child have that relationship. So maybe there needs to be a transitional period. And for that transitional period, what we're trying to accomplish is dad getting to know the child. A transitional period may be a few visits, maybe 4 visits, maybe 5 visits, maybe 6 visits. Of just where the dad may go see the child, maybe meet at a mall, maybe meet at a Chuck E. Cheese, and from a certain amount of time, or for a certain amount of time, dad sits in a Chuck E. Cheese, gets to know the child, you sit somewhere else, okay? Because this is dad's time to get to know the child in a transitional period, okay? But not everybody needs a transitional period. A lot of questions that I get is, how can I get the supervised visitation? And my question is, well, why do you need supervised visitation? And if your answer is because, well, we're no longer together, then I'm not fighting for supervised visitation for that, okay? That's not a reason to have supervised visitation. That's not a reason for this guy to have to come to your house, sit in front of you and all your family members just to be in an awkward situation to visit his child. That's a no-no. You shouldn't even want that, you know? So let's say no to the supervised visitation, because there has to be something extreme for this person to have supervised visitation, okay? So yes, we do need to get to some bonding between dad and the child, but it's not gonna happen on your couch with your grandma there, your uncle there, your sister there, your mom there, and you there. No, that's not going to happen that way. Let's be real, okay? This is a person that you were in a relationship with sometimes, because sometimes these are not relationships. This is a person that you slept with. Let's say that you slept with this person, you had a baby with this person, that person was good enough to do these things then, and now they're not good enough to be a father. That's bull. I call bull on that. And just because this person has moved on and they have a new girlfriend, they have a new wife, whatever the situation may be, it does not warrant supervised visitation, okay? I want to be very clear. And one, we have to be careful, ladies. When we're running into court and the first thing we're saying is, listen, judge, he doesn't need any kind of regular visits. It just needs to be supervised visitation. Then when you don't have a reason for that, then the judge is really side-eyeing you, because again, you slept with this person. You had a baby with this person. You didn't need any supervision in, did you? Okay, so let's be realistic and let's let go of these feelings. Let's learn to move on. Let's learn to not use the children against the father. And fathers, if you're dealing with this, then I fault you, because there is a court system set up in place where you can get your legal rights so you can get visitation. Do you need permission to be a father? Like, I really get fathers that are coming into my office and they say, well, I don't think she's going to agree to allow me to have visitation. Agree? You're not here because she's agreeing. We're going to court on this. So whether she agrees or not, we're going to get you visitation. So you have permission. You have my permission, but you shouldn't need anybody's permission to be a father. But if you need it, here goes. You have my permission to be a father. So step up, do what you have to do to be a father to your children, and stop dealing with these situations where you are having to go to somebody's house and sit with a child in front of like their family, in front of mom's family. You know, I get it. I get a lot of men that say, listen, I don't want a judge telling me when I can see my child. No, that's exactly what you want. You don't want a mom telling you when or when you cannot see your child. You don't want to be at the mercy of mom. Trust me on that. Because with that situation, when it's good, you can see your child. When it's not good, you can't see your child. With the judge, they're going to give you a parenting plan. You guys follow that parenting plan, and guess what? You get to see your child on a consistent basis. I'm attorney Terri S. Herron, your divorce and family law attorney. Have a great day.